Yes, I'm here. Thank you, Dr. Fabulous. So, my question tonight is, when a person lie, do you think they lie out of love, or do you think they lie because they just don't want to get caught?
It depends on what they lied about.
Uh uh uh. Do they lie out of love, or do they lie because they don't want to get caught? It shouldn't depend. Do I
I think
have
it
any
depends on.
takers?
I think it depends on situation because sometimes it'll create a bigger. Yes, son, it's beautiful. Yes. I got a bump up there. Yeah, I'm sorry. It depends on situation because sometimes it can escalate.
Block your
One
screen.
second.
We see
Yeah,
naked
I'm sorry.
children.
RJ, I'm right back.
Okay. Well, you know what? Some of us have young children, some of us got grandchildren, and you know what? We have to do what we have to do because we're gonna make tantalizing talk happen, regardless if we have to restock in some Benadryl, some Tylenol, all
Don't
that
say
good
that on
stuff.
camera.
Okay. So I always tell Lady T for Christmas, I know what I'm getting her, a whole case of Benadryl. So without further ado, I'm going to ask if I saw a name come on this board, y'all,
I
and
think
I was like, wow, I got to hear the voice of Mr. Mandingo. Can everybody see that name,
I
Mr.
sure
Mandingo?
can.
And I'm just, with that name in itself, Mr. Mandingo, can you hear Dr. Fabulous? Okay, well, Mr. Mandingo must be silent, y'all.
He's shy. He's shy. He
So
doesn't want to play
with a
today.
name like that, I was like, I want to hear how he expressed himself to tell his whomever
Well,
something
let's.
on the serious tip of telling the truth or telling a lie. But nevertheless, we got Nikki in the house. Can you hear me, Nikki?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening,
So,
Nick.
lady, he is going to tell you one more time because listen, Dr. Fabulous talked so much, the question that went in and out of my system, and I can't even remember what it was.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Nikki. So the question is, when a person lied, do they lie out of love, or do they lie because they do not want to get caught?
I think mostly is they don't want to get caught because it doesn't make any sense to lie unless they just want to hide something, or they want to avoid an argument.
Mm-hmm.
So
So you don't think that that person lied because they loved you too much that they didn't want to hurt you?
well, like the gentleman said, it just depends on the situation. Especially if my partner knows I'm going through a rough time, they may just try to lie to try to make me feel better. That's out of love. But with the situation, the relationships I've been in, lying just to get out of something or don't want to have an argument about it, they'll just lie to make up something just to avoid a confrontation. That's what I've run into a lot in the past.
Okay, let's thank you. Let's move
Would
on
you
down to
say,
Bridget. Oh, go ahead, Dr.
Lady T, quick question. Do you think that's more like, don't ask, I'm not going to tell? So they really are not lying. They're just not telling what the situation or the circumstances actually happened. Do you think that's part of it?
I think that's a lie. When you don't
Okay,
tell the
so
whole truth, it's still a lie.
okay, but no. It's not, they're not telling you anything
Mm-hmm.
because what they're not doing is they're not saying anything about it unless you ask about it. You understand? Don't ask.
Mm-hmm.
If the person don't ask, you're definitely not going to tell.
I mean, to be honest with you, how can you ask something that you do not know? But once you know, I think you should ask. And I
Okay,
think it
so
doesn't
bing,
matter.
bing, bing. I don't think nobody is voluntarily going to say, hey, listen, you know, I told you I was going to Walmart, but I really went down the street and around the corner to Susie's house. So that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
If they don't know, it's not considered a lie, correct? I'm just asking you.
Well, I mean, I agree with that, but that's like you going to the store and you meet up with an, old friend and you guys start talking or doing whatever. But then someone sees you there. Now you're trying to figure out how you can handle that situation. Are you going to go back and tell your spouse or whomever, hey, I saw Susie at the store, blah, blase, blase? Or are you just going to let it ride out?
Okay.
And then hopefully no one will say anything.
All right. Well, Danny had his hand up, but he took it down. Was that by mistake, Danny? Or did you want to?
No, I was actually going to agree with you because my ex, long time ago. All right. Just like you said, if you don't ask and if you ask me and I don't tell you, you asking the wrong questions. I don't tell you. That's not a lie. I learned that from her. I learned that from her. Like I asked her, where you going? Outside. Nothing in not specific, just outside. So I can't. Then I say, were you here? No, I was outside over here. It's like, yeah.
It's
so
called,
Danny.
It's phraseology. It's in the words. It's in wordplay.
So Danny, what question should you have asked? For an example, okay, I can say I'm going to a friend house.
Listen, I'm not even that type. I'm not the question type. I'm not where you going. I'm not even that type. So once you start acting funny, I know what it is.
Okay.
So you learn a lot from her, Danny.
It's like women do not incriminate themselves.
Men neither. But you know what, Danny? You learn from the best. Even though I can say, knock on wood, my husband wasn't a cheater. But I learned from how they say my God brothers, my male cousins, my male constituents. So you learn from the very best, and the very best is who? Mostly men. Leanne, you had your hand up.
Yes, I did. Why is there a need to lie? Unless you're doing something wrong.
So it goes back to my question.
No, I'm getting ready to say, when you stated that, I'm agreeing with you, Lady T, that when you're holding back, it is lying because you have not come full circle with it.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. And I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. What I'm saying is sometimes you're in a situation and you're not lying because no one knows anything. No one is asking anything for you to even give a response to, for it to be a lie. You understand? But if the situation occurred and they asked the question, it's up to you at that point in time to tell them the truth or to tell them a lie. What I'm saying is, if they don't know, they don't know. And if they don't ask that right question, and you don't feel like you should indulge in telling them exactly, then you just riding on, hey, what they don't know is not going to hurt them. But if they find out, then it's up to you to be woman enough to say, hey, this is what's happening, X, Y, Z. You got me, Leanne?
Yes. Oh, I have it. I understand.
Danny got something to say.
Danny, I'm listening. I'm listening to you, Danny.
Oh, go ahead,
Danny. I'm agreeing. Again, I'm agreeing with you because in that situation,
am I a female, Danny?
I don't know, because
I'm a female, just like look. I'm mirroring Danny.
No. Listen, in that situation, I would say something like, "I ain't lie. I just ain't tell the truth."
But that's a lie, Danny.
You asked all the wrong. I didn't lie. You asked all the wrong questions.
Oh, okay.
You
All right.
So
omit some
then it goes
information,
back to
Danny.
my
Like
question.
I
What
said,
is the
he
right
omits
question?
some. He omits
Okay,
some.
I got a scenario. I
I'm
have a
listening.
scenario. And it happened to me. I had to go to a wedding in Tampa, and I was dating, and my friend asked me where I was staying, and I said, "Oh, I'm staying with a friend." I was actually staying with my ex-husband in his guest room, but I wasn't about to tell him who I was staying with because my ex-husband is my friend. So, did I lie? No. I said I
No,
was
you didn't
staying.
lie. You just didn't tell the truth. There you go. That's what
No,
I'm
no,
talking
no,
about.
no, no, no.
No,
I
no,
didn't lie. I
Leanne.
didn't lie.
No, she
I
lied.
told
She
him.
just ain't tell the full truth.
I told him I was staying with a friend. He didn't
Okay.
ask. He didn't ask what friend.
So he didn't
And,
divulge
He
to
is
say.
your
and that's
friend.
where Danny is going. Because had he
That's what I'm
asked,
saying.
no, had he asked, I would have to tell.
But
Okay, but
maybe he
what
doesn't
if
know.
something
Also,
happened
right?
to you and the police was like, "Oh, where was she? Like, who was she with? What was the address?" You gonna be like, "Oh,
That's
she
what I'm
was just with a
saying.
friend."
Had he asked, I would have told him who I was staying with.
I feel like you didn't tell the truth because you knew he would have been upset. That's a lie.
Correct.
No, that wasn't true for me because I didn't care if he was upset or
No,
not.
because you knew he
No,
would have
you
been
do because
upset. That's
you
a
were
lie. If
talking.
you feel
No,
like
no,
you
no,
have
no,
to
no.
lie or
No,
not tell the full truth, you know you're doing something wrong.
And
I'm
you
not
know what,
doing anything
Leanne?
wrong.
but
Leanne, you incriminate
Leanne,
Yes.
yourself because you know what? You said you were staying with a friend, but if you felt all honesty in your heart and you said you didn't care about him being upset, you would have said, "I'm staying with my ex-husband, but he's my friend still." You would put it all out
I
on the
would
table.
have, but because the relationship wasn't at that point where I could explain or say anything, when it's new, you really not having that commitment. If I'm in a committed relationship,
Then you would have
I
told.
would definitely tell. Yeah, because it didn't matter if he said, "Oh, what friend you staying with?" "Oh, I'm staying with my baby dad. I'm staying with my ex-husband."
Ooh.
I am
Okay,
very honest. I
got
am
a
a very
scenario.
honest person, but I don't have to tell you all of my business.
I got a scenario.
Okay.
Same thing. Female told me she went away. Who you going with? A friend, right? Now, a friend is gay. She has a gay friend, gay dude that she always be with. I don't be trusting the motherfuckers. They can switch both sides, right? So anyway, she tells me I'm going with a friend. Now again, I don't ask questions. She's on the trip. It slips up. Pictures come up. I'm like, so who you like? I didn't. I was like, in my head, I'm like, wow. She just went on the trip with them too. That's not weird.
You went with two men. One was gay and the other one wasn't.
No.
Or you just saw it with two men.
Okay, one time. No, this all right. It's multiple trips. One time it was just her and the gay dude. Then one time it was the gay dude and his boyfriend who had a fight on the trip, and then they stayed in the same room. It's just funny, man. It's funny.
That sounds like some menage a trois to me, but I could
That's what
be
it sounds like to me too.
That's what it sounds like. If it looked like a duck, Danny, and quack like one, you already know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Long time ago.
That's fine. So again, I still didn't get my answer. Do you think do they lie out of love for hurting you? Or do you think they lie because they do not want to get caught?
Okay, I'm going to answer. I lie out of love because I don't want to hear your mouth. That's one. And I lie because, you don't want to get caught sometimes.
Okay, 50-50.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Okay. So the rationale is we do a lot of things out of love. We do a lot of things to try to cover our steps. But most of all, when it all boils down to it, a lie is a lie, regardless of what type of situation that you set it up in. Just not to tell the truth, you're still telling a lie. So, Danny, If you really love that individual, guess what? You're going to tell them the truth. Because in the long run, when it comes back around and they find out that you were lying, or you were lying because you love them, guess what? That love is going to surge into some straight out anger. And
But
if
what
Can I
if,
tell you something? Can I
but
tell you
Dr.
something?
Dr. Fab,
Black woman or any woman get angry over a person, that I think the thing that gets me, makes my liver quiver the most, is when I catch someone in a lie. Oh
Can I say
my
something?
God. Mhm.
Can I say something now? Listen, I was gonna say, okay, they know when a woman asks you a question more than one time, they already know. They already
So
know.
why you don't,
So
why just don't fess up?
listen,
Mhm.
cause you gotta come with all your facts straight.
Oh, you got to come with
Again,
some
I'm not.
evidence now.
Yeah, you
You
gotta
done
come with all your
asked them,
facts straight.
you
I'm not
asked
gonna
the right
give it to you.
questions. So you about to make
See,
me
that's
drop
what
my laptop.
that's what's wrong with people. Y'all always giving them something. Don't give it. If they think something and it's wrong, let them look stupid. But
Okay.
if they got it and they got it, yeah, okay, you got it. But if you don't got it, nah, I'm not
They never
giving it to you.
caught you. If they don't have
No.
their facts
But
and they don't have it
listen,
lined up A through Z,
on some real
they didn't
stuff,
catch you, huh?
so Danny,
some real
you're
stuff,
like Shaggy. It wasn't me.
nah, not even.
Okay.
80% of the
All right.
time, 80% of the time, I don't do nothing. Somebody will see somebody. Oh, he was here. He was here. Oh, what you was doing? I was chilling.
Where's my Anson tonight? That's who I'm looking for. Where's Anson? He would have gave me some real facts. Danny playing around.
I ain't playing around. You gotta come correct.
Okay. Well,
Okay, so Danny, what are the real questions? What are the questions that a person need to ask in a situation to where they want to know the truth? Because you said several times they have to ask the right questions.
Okay. Don't ask me where I'm at, who you with. Are you banging somebody? Like, see, that's a yes or no question. You can't lie.
Okay, so you ask yes or no questions.
Ask
Okay.
direct
But they
questions.
might not be bang,
If
they may not
like
be banging them at the moment. They may not be banging
no,
them at the moment.
listen. Ask questions like that, especially if you don't have your facts together. If you don't have your receipts together, don't come at me. Just ask a general question. I'll answer you yes or no.
But Danny, you know, us women are very smart. So we may have our facts together, but however, we may say, let me see how much information you're going to give me.
None.
Okay.
I'm not giving you none.
Okay. Well, I guess that's
You ask me a question. You ask me a question, I'm going to answer. It's legit. I'm going to answer it. You come with some made up shit, I'm going to play the game with you.
What if I have a photo?
So listen, Peter Guns is my bro. Like, I love cheaters. You gotta come with some stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's good to know, ladies.
You gotta come with like that.
So you got to almost have cheaters on your case to catch you in the act.
I faithfully watch Cheaters every Saturday and Sunday. So I'm waiting for somebody to jump out on me.
Ooh, now you are. Okay, well, Danny, I don't know how many women
but
you
I
got.
ain't doing nothing.
Zakaya.
Wait. Listen, Danny, you done put it on Front Street because you know this is being recorded. So, ladies, you see who it is. That face, he might have more than one.
He was joking for the views. He was just joking for the views.
He was
right,
joking.
Danny?
Nancy Jackson, don't take up him.
Okay. All right.
Zakaya Washington.
Nancy J.
Welcome. So what are your thoughts? Do you think a person lie because they are afraid of hurting you, or do you think they lie because they do not want to get caught?
I feel like they lie because
you're breaking
they're already
up.
doing what they're doing. So I feel like you're gonna tell me what I want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I was just saying, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just saying I feel like they're going to tell me what I want to hear at the end of the day. So if you're doing what you're doing, you're not going to tell me. You're not going to let me know nothing at the end of the day.
You kind of lost me, Miss Washington. They went from telling you to not telling you. So how are you going to get to the bottom of it and get the real truth to know whether or not they're telling you a lie or buttering you up with a covered up lie? So you lost me somewhere in there.
You're right about that too. You're right about that too. But I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, because I'm going through a situation like that right now as we speak. I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, I can ask him multiple questions. Are you doing this? Are you doing that? Like things like that. But at the end of the day, he's not going to tell me anything. I can ask him a million times the same question, and he'll tell me no. So I mean,
he's a liar.
Well, you heard it from the best. Danny says you have to ask the right question. So are you asking the right question? Are you cheating with a man? Are you cheating with a woman? Are you cheating with your best friend? You know, like direct questions.
Right. Yeah.
Or a way you could do that is put a tracking device on his vehicle.
Nasty Jackson.
Stop it, Nasty Jake. Stop it.
I mean, that's facts. Remember, Danny said bring the proof, right? The evidence.
Baby.
Bro, if you got to go that far, something wrong with you.
Exactly, because it's not even worth it. And to all the ladies and gentlemen here in Tantalizing Talk, please know your worth, because if you got to scrutinize yourself and stoop to that level to put a tracking device on a phone, a car, a shoelace, whatever, honey, it's not even that serious, because what's for you is for you. And if one won't do, the next one will. That's all I'm gonna tell you, baby. You're a little too young to stress yourself.
All right, my people, my people, my people.
Amen.
Amen. Y'all better lift your hands and tell him thank you.
Thank you, Lord.
You said what is for you is for you, but then at the end of the day, some people don't believe in what is for you is for you. Some people believe in control.
Oh, that's Mr. Mandigo.
Mr. Mandigo. Y'all.
He finally speaks.
You finally came through, Mr. Mandingo.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
So wait a minute. And you said that control. Are you saying that the woman want to be in control or the man?
Ma'am.
Oh, so you're saying women. No, listen. Well, let me tell you, Mr. Mandingo, I can only speak for myself. But a real woman that's confident in herself, she's not looking to be controlled. Because when you're in a relationship, you walk 50-50. And no one controls anyone.
Correct.
So what I'm saying, if she's confident in herself, she's not going to try to control you. Only thing she expects of you is to be who you are, accept her for who she is, and build what you got going on together. Because if you're honest in the relationship and you want something to flourish, if you don't have trust, guess what? That relationship not going anywhere. And it has nothing to do with control.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah. So I speak from the core of the heart, because I know what real love looked like. I was married for 28 years. And today, everyone that's here, I'm here tonight holding it up. But today is the actual day that my husband passed 5 years ago. Today is his 5-year anniversary. But when I tell you, I was treated like a queen, and I knew how love was supposed to be.
Wow.
I'm that walking testimony. So, Mr. Mandingo, if you find a woman that wants to control you and want to know your every move, guess what? She's missing a little tad bit of self-confidence somewhere in herself. Okay?
I agree.
A real woman not gonna do that.
I
That was
agree.
a mouthful, Dr. Fabulous.
Dr.
You know,
Thank you
honey,
Fabulous,
I
so
bring
much.
Dr. Fabulous, that man, the next man you get, it's gonna be a hard time for the next man you get, girl.
not necessarily, because you know what I say, I'm gonna let them be who they are, because if you don't let them be who they are, you'll never truly know them. And I'm looking
Right.
for a real person. I ain't looking for their, how they say, their representative, because
Right.
if you try to spin them around a certain way, they're gonna always have that representative. But if you
I
let
got
them be who they truly are, then you'll see the true truth.
I got a
That's why you
question
love
for
me.
you, man.
You got a question for Dr. Fabulous?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
ma'am.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, then. So you say you're looking for that next big lick, right? And you're looking for that next guy that's supposed to be able to allocate the things that, automatically, like you said, if a person is self-confident, then they're not looking for control. I'm looking for quality time. I'm looking to share that experience. They're open to
I like
expressing
that.
themselves to the fullest. So
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
my main question to you now, with that said, because
Mm-hmm.
I heard you with you 28, so I'm 21, but I got
No, no,
3
no, baby. I'm not.
marriages.
Ooh, no, I'm not 28. Ooh, I'm
No, no,
thanking you
no,
if you're giving me that
28
compliment.
years of marriage. 28
Oh,
years of
okay.
marriage.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
I got 21 years of marriage, just 3 different occasions.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh,
okay.
well,
All right. All
Mr.
right.
call
Mandingo
you
right there. That
Mandingo.
dingo speak for me. So
Oh,
with that said,
okay. Now,
Come
wait, wait,
what
wait,
in
I'm
Mr.
right
trying to say though
Mandingo.
is that
Let me stop you in your tracks. You did it 3 times around. Something you're not doing right. Because if you had doing it right, you wouldn't have that many times. But okay, we're gonna bring it on back. Come on, Mr. Mandingo. I'm waiting for your question so I can help you out. Oh, did I shut him down? Oh, oh, where you at, Dr. Mandingo?
He said,
Oh, I gave him doctor. I meant Mr.
I think you
Oh
shut him
Lord.
down.
Oh,
Mr.
He done fell off.
Mandingo, where are you?
Danny. See, I'm telling you, you got to wake up early in the morning to get down with Dr. Fabulous. Okay.
Mr.
First
Mandingo,
of
where
all,
are you?
that dude you was explaining, you was talking about me, baby. I already know. Let me be myself, who I am. I'm bringing you. I know you talk about me, baby. It's okay.
All right, Mr. Danny. All right, Mr. Danny. So, ladies and gentlemen, all of this here thing about controlling this and that and the other, guess what? Everybody in this room are adults. And the only people you can control these days are what? Your children. And some people can't even control their children, because I work with them every day. And I want to
Yourself.
say, honey, who your mama? Who your daddy? But I won't go there. But nevertheless, always allow an adult to be an adult. Because when you start trying to do the control mechanism, it's always going to fail. Now I'm going to turn it on back over to Lady T so she can pass it on to Dr. Feels so good. But okay, Lady T.
Thank you so much, Dr. Fabulous. I just love you. All right.
You,
I want to hear from Eduardo. Eduardo, are you there? Hello.
Eduardo might speak a little Spanish. Anybody fluent in Spanish on here?
Eduardo, I see your messages. I want to hear your voice.
First off, I ain't Spanish, but close enough anyways.
Oh, okay.
Okay, welcome.
Welcome.
Well, first off, that's a good note to start on or so, but I admire for you for trying to say if I speak in Spanish or so. I give you props for that.
Okay. I'm poquito Spanish, not much.
You mean pequeño?
No, my students told me it was poquito, but
Poquito
nevertheless,
means small for a
Enrico,
person.
right? Small. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not fluent. My
You'd
first
say un
language is
poco.
English.
Call
You
it
say
apples
un
to
poco.
oranges or so. Some places will say that. Other places will say it the way I said it as well too. So it's apples to oranges.
Okay, gotcha. Pears to peaches, and we're going on.
Eduardo.
Still
Hello.
here.
Okay,
Still
what are
here.
your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are, well, you're talking to the wrong guy right now. I'm just listening and I'm hearing from words of wisdom right now. So I'm not going to talk unless it's something productive. So feel free.
Okay.
Right. Well,
Thank you for the insight.
It's nothing insulting by it or so. It's just that because
No, I said
no.
insight.
Oh, insight. Okay. No,
Yes.
no. It's no disrespect or so. I'm all ears and listening of words of wisdom right now. And if I got something, then I'll definitely speak up.
All right. Thank you. And welcome.
And don't let this be your last time.
Wait, someone said don't let this be your last time?
I say, and don't let this be your last time, because you know what? Every Thursday in Tantalizing Talk, we talk about everything. We don't just talk about sex. We talk about everything under the sun that can complete a relationship, make the relationship work. And most of all, we want everyone to focus on a good relationship. Some people have relationships and they're not good. So that's what we're trying to bring together here. Good relationships where they can build and make it work. Okay? So without further ado, we're going to bring to you the one, the only Dr. Feels So Good. Are you with us, Dr. Feel Good? We got a whole, okay. All right. Okay, so listen, let me tell you. The question was asked about when you lie, do you lie because you're
Doc,
trying?
I'm here.
You here? Okay.
Yeah, I just gotta the biggest thing is I got different mics.
Okay.
So I was gonna cover why we lie.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times we lie to spare other people's feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we lie to be malicious. Sometimes we lie to deceive. A bigger problem is that the truth is not always pleasant. The truth is not always comfortable. So we tell lies to make feel okay. My problem with lying is when, for example, when women go out to the club, you know she look like a squeeze tube of toothpaste, but you let her go out anyway. She ain't got no, or you talking to your significant other. Do I look fat in this dress? If you gotta ask, you know the answer, and the guy's gonna be like, "Nah, baby, you look okay." Inside, he like, "Come on now, I can't tell you that you fat."
That
a lot
you
of
what
times,
now, Dr. Feelgood? What was that last statement? That you're what?
I said your significant other. Your significant other, if you asking your significant other, do I look fat in this dress? You already know the answer. You just want to see if he going to tell you those sweet lies, or he going to tell you that hard truth.
Okay.
If he wants to get some of that love, he gonna tell that sweet lie. So we have to look at it like this. Some lies do serve a purpose, but overall, it always hurts the person that's being lied to. Because there are people that have been lying so long, they got to keep up with those lies. And those lies got to stay with those lies. You got to remember every lie. And for what I understand, I always say women invented the FBI and CSI. Go ahead, Lady T.
So, Dr. Feelgood, my question is, when is it okay to lie?
When you gotta, a lot of times it's really never okay to lie, but sometimes if you just want to not argue, you're going to say a lie. Yeah, I picked up the trash overflowing. Yeah, I picked up the trash. You don't want to argue. But you might go back and later and fix it. But at the time, you just got to say, no, I don't want, do I want to argue? Do I want an argument, a 45-minute talking to? You're going to say, no, I didn't do it. Your kids do it. Everybody in here who has a child understands what I'm talking about. Did you clean your room? Did you take that bath? Did you walk the dog? Did you take the chicken out?
Yeah, but when you are in a relationship, when is it okay to lie? Because if you lie to,
The
okay, if
fat
you lie
dress.
to me, you're hurting me. So, I feel like it's never okay to lie. Sometimes, being honest does hurt, but I would rather for you to be honest with me than to lie.
Oh no, you have a point. Well, like I said, guys are going to say fat dress, or a woman's lie to a man to not hurt his feelings is, ooh, baby, that felt so good. Because y'all know sometimes do be not doing it, but you want him to get it over with. So you just be like, yeah, baby, I'm done. Thank you. Knowing dang well he was a 3-hump chump. So we do lie to each other. Is it right? No. But if you want peace in your house, sometimes you just gotta say stuff just to get past it. So it's not a big lie would be, it's your baby. A small lie would be, that color looks okay on you, knowing they look like a big yellow blimp, a busted bag of biscuits. That's chartreuse.
So
but you're gonna say, yeah, you look all right. You look all
Dr.
right.
Feel Good. I'm gonna jump in here because I'm a plus size diva and I work every inch of me. Check this out. If you already know that you are a plus size woman and you're with your significant other, you don't have to ask him how you're looking in a dress because you see yourself before you put it on. And I'm sure if that's your significant other or your partner, he's seen every Pillsbury dough roll you got. So that's when
Agreed.
you know that you're comfortable with an individual, because I used to always say, when you're comfortable with a man because you walk like everything is all in place. And when a man is comfortable with a woman, he will do the same thing. Because if you're not comfortable with one another, what's going to happen? Y'all,
People been together a million years and still some feel uncomfortable telling people stuff because
I don't think he was talking about the big women. I mean, not the big. Let me not say it like that, but the regular so-called petite women, that eat too much with the pot bellies and the beer bellies. That's what we was talking about. He wasn't talking about you, baby. You sexy, baby. You sexy.
I already know.
But what I'm saying is that if you come in there, and this is me, if you come in there with green hair, talking about, do I look good? If I want some booty, I'm gonna say, yeah, you look all right. But I'm like, what the hell wrong with her?
But if that's your significant other, you mean to tell me you're not going to tell her the truth, babe? Listen, that's not complimenting your skin tone. Let's try something else.
Okay,
let's put some blue on that green.
Here's what I say. Sometimes you can just say what you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to know when you're going to avoid a fight.
Okay.
It's not a one size fit all solution, but sometimes it just ain't worth it. It just ain't worth it. The chicken you cooked a little dry, I'm gonna choke it down with a glass of water.
Okay.
I might say later on, I said, that chicken was just a little bit dry. But because if I say it then, she won't get mad at me and not cook.
And you might want a little something else to eat and might want some dessert. I got you.
Exactly. So it's not doing it to be malicious. It's not doing it to be deceitful. It's doing it. Sometimes you just gotta say something or say nothing and to get it on. But I'm not saying it's right. You did not hear me say that it was right. I say, but that's what we do.
Gotcha. All right.
Well, Dr. Hold on. If she comes in that room wearing something you don't like, but you still want some, you gonna tell her it look good?
I ain't gonna say nothing.
No, you
I'm
gonna
saying
snatch it off and do what
I'm
you
gonna
got
go.
to do. You gonna snatch it off.
Y'all been together.
Snatch
Look, let me tell you something. And y'all been together forever. Let me tell you, if you that comfortable, you just look at her, go in the kitchen, get a brown paper bag, put her on her head, bend her over, and then you do it. See? And then you tell her later, nah, that wasn't a good look.
Ooh, Danny, you wrong for that.
Danny, no. If she's wearing something in that room that you don't like, just take it off. Why you got to go through all of that?
I'm just saying, so she won't pull it out again.
No,
So why you got to put a brown paper bag over her head?
Think about it. Every time she pull that outfit out, pull that brown paper bag out.
Alcohol cures it all.
Okay.
Alcohol cures it all.
When you wake up in the morning, it's still gonna be the same. Welcome to all our newcomers. I see Ryan on the board. I'm not gonna call you out. I see Marilyn. Who else? I saw some other names. iPhone 83. We welcome all of you. And you know what? We are just really comfortable in our skin here at Upscale Love for You. So don't think we're just off by a tad bit. The only person that may be off just a little bit will be Danny. But he's one of our regulars. And, you know, we just accept everyone the way they are. Come as you are. You know, in church, come as you are. That's what we expect from all of you. So continue on, Dr. Feelgood. You know, I just jump in. I'm sorry. Dr. Feelgood, do you hear me?
No, I'm looking at you just like, okay, you just was preaching church.
Okay. I got you.
But
come as you are,
Dr. Though, like I said, go ahead, Lady T. I'm sorry.
No, I said come as you are, just bring it home.
And that's the thing, is that be as honest as you can be. Sometimes you're going to tell people things they don't want to hear, but most of the time they'll respect you for it. If you got to always lie to a person, you don't get respect. You lose respect, because if they find out that you've been lying to them about one thing, what other thing you told them that wasn't a lie? So honesty is a great policy. Now, you don't have to be brutal, but be honest. Be transparent as you can be. But you ain't got to be brutal. If she looking like 12 days of decomp, don't say it in front of her friends.
Say that one more time. 12 days.
If she's looking like 12 days of decomposition.
Oh, okay.
But that means she busted, okay?
Yeah. Don't say that in front of her friends. You need to tell her though. And then, you know, a lot of times you see your lady or you see your dude going out and you say, are you really going to wear that? Are you really going to wear that? And you're like, well, no, I think I look, no, you're not going out the house like that. That's not trying to be controlling. That's just like, why are you doing that? That's respect.
I think that's sexy, Dr. Feelgood, when, you know, my husband say, no, you're not going out the house like that, babe. Go change your clothes. I'm like, okay, I can be submissive.
Exactly. And if he was going out there with some gray sweatpants with no drawers on, you're going to be like, where you think you're going looking like a hoe?
Oh, okay.
All right.
So at least he looking at you, right, Lady T? He paying attention.
Who? Dr. Feelgood?
No, your husband.
Oh, your husband. She's talking about your husband.
You're not going out the house like that.
The idea is that it's always good to be honest, but you don't have to be brutal. There's a tactful way, without sugarcoating it, there's a tactful way to tell people that they effed up. If it's your breath, what you're wearing, you know, you got a booger hanging out of your nose.
Oh, not the booger.
A true person who really cares about you will not let you look bad.
That's true.
Regardless.
That's true. Here's a piece of evidence. I agree.
Yes.
So if I don't care about you, I'm gonna let you go out any way you want. Oh, so you're gonna go out with dental floss and toothpicks? Go ahead. I don't give a damn because you ain't mine.
Oh.
Well, Dr.
I want to go
Phillips
out. I want to go out in a European speedo. Me being melanated.
Don't
and you
do
say
it though.
you don't say anything. You don't care about me.
Well,
you know, speedos wasn't made for weren't made for melanated people.
Okay. I didn't like that visual, but okay.
I was trying to catch a grasp of the toothpicks and the dental floss.
Honey, the speedo is what took me home. The speedo.
Okay, how about banana hammock?
Oh no! Hey, shake your money maker.
Hey, back to you, Dr. Fab. I'm done.
Okay, well, Dr. Feel So Good is done tonight, ladies and gentlemen. When you tell the truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth, guess what? It'll work. But if you're one of those ones, like Danny, who says you got to ask the right questions at the right time, and if you don't ask, he won't tell, then you got to really think about that. Where is this relationship going? Because
why you got to think about it? Because you asking all the wrong questions.
No, because I feel like if it's 50-50 and you hitting the bat for a home run, you don't even have to ask no questions. It shouldn't have to be any questions asked.
Okay, so listen.
I'm listening.
If you're asking me about something that's not happening, you're asking me about something and I'm playing along with it, just running along with it, I'm wrong for that?
No. Your mate or your person that's asking you these questions because she feels like you're doing something is something that you have done that has given her the intuition or the feeling of that you may be doing something. Now,
I put on gray sweatpants.
You put on them gray sweats.
Look, I got on burger. I got on maroon right now.
Oh, okay. I got you. So what I'm saying to you is your mate, if she has to question what you're doing, something could be going on, but then you have some that will accuse you of doing something and you're not doing anything. And guess what? The person will start doing it because you continuously accuse them. So when it's all said and done, when you're working on a relationship, communication is key. And you got to talk about anything and everything to make sure it works. And Danny, I hope that
question. How about a long distance? Because that's what I'm in right now.
You're in a long distance relationship. Well, those relationships, guess what? It starts with trust, because you can't be with that individual 24/7 and she can't be with you 24/7. So your key relation source right there is trust. And she's trusting you that you're going to do what you need to do to keep this relationship 100, and she should be doing the same. Right?
Right.
Anybody else got something to say?
I totally agree with you, Dr. Fabulous. And then also, Danny, it's fun. Like when you guys meet up, you put your creativity into the relationship, you know? You don't just, have sex and just, go on about your business. You sit, you talk, you have a lot to catch up on, So I think it's a smart move.
Anybody else got something to say? I totally agree with you. Okay, so we hear ourselves coming back second time around. It's always good in two parts, but nevertheless, yes, Danny, I do believe that a long distance relationship can work if you want it to work. You just have to put your best foot forward and be honest to the situation. But now, if you're in a long distance relationship and you really not into the person, you can become a cheater. So keep it real, keep it 100, Danny.
I'm keep it 1,000. I'm in Atlanta.
Okay.
I've been here 8 months. I've been outside maybe 6 times.
Oh, okay.
I ain't doing nothing. Look.
All right. But you know what, Danny? I'm getting ready to tell you now. In Atlanta is not the place to try to cheat, because you might meet up and you may not get what you're looking for. Read between the lines.
I ain't right. No, I don't play with those
Oh,
lines.
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just telling you, keep it real, keep it 100. So I'm going to give my take on the truth or tell a lie. As I say, I believe in being honest at all times. That's just me. And certain things, I feel that if you don't communicate with them about, it can fester and get larger and larger. So let's always keep it 100, tell the truth. And if you feel that you can't tell your partner the truth, you don't have open lines of communication, anything, even if it's in the bedroom and you need to tell them the truth about that, tell it, because one day you're going to get tired of faking it. So you work toward greatness by what? Communicating. And I'm going to ask my partners. We know that Special K had to leave early this evening, so she's not with us any longer, but I'm going to shoot it over to Lady T. And I would like for her to give her closing remarks. Then we're going to come on over to you, Dr. Feelgood. And guess what? We're going to be out of this piece at 10 o'clock, straight up and down. So Lady T, it's all on you.
Thank you, Dr. Fabulous. One thing that I would like to say from personal experience, when you're in a relationship and you're honest, sometimes, yes, it do hurt. But when you um, when you and your partner is like open to change, and then you self reflect, I think that works better, and you're like open to receive the change. So, I just want to say to everyone out there, sometimes it's not them. Sometimes it may be us. So, before you go and try to lie or try to change that person or try to accuse them of something, make sure you check yourself first. And Dr. Feelgood, let's close this out.
Okay. Great show. Great show. I just want to say thank you for everybody showing up. We have some old, some new, some borrowed, some blue. But hey, we're gonna do what we do and make it do what it do. I want to thank my cousin Danny for always having my back. He shows no slack, and of course, he's beautiful and black.
Oh.
I want to thank my CEO because she's sure in the know. Someone in the Yahoo in the YouTube said that Dr. Fab is a real one. So take that for what it's worth, because you're the most fabulous person maybe on this earth.
Woo, you better shut up, Dr. Feelgood.
You keep it 100%, and I want you to know that your husband is heaven sent. He know he got a good thing and let it swing. I want to say to everybody else, do yourself, and of course, keep yourself first. Stay on your purpose, stay on your grind, and I'm going to pass it to Dr. Fabulous one more time.
All right, now you know what,
Dr. Feelgood, you better.
Dr. Feelgood is a rhymologist, y'all. I make that word up, a rhymologist. But I want to say to each and every one of you, Eduardo left out, but what I wanted to say to him, we can discuss anything, and it's okay not to agree. It's okay to agree not to agree. But when it's all said and done, we are all communicating here. We are all adults. And when you say certain things, I don't know if he left because he thought Lady T said something that he didn't totally agree with. But when you go back, I hope he goes back and watch the show on YouTube. You're welcome to say whatever you want to say, because in the very beginning of Upscale Love, Tantalizing Talk, coming on every Thursday night, it tells you in the very beginning, All opinions expressed is not the opinions, and we are not held accountable for the opinions of Upscale Love for You. You say what you want to say from your heart, because there are no right or wrong answers. And an opinion is just that, an opinion. So Eduardo, wherever you are in TV land, YouTube land, Facebook land, please come back to Upscale Love for You, because we want you to express yourself any way you want, because it's called freedom of speech. As long as you keep it classy and not trashy, you're always welcome to come on to Tantalizing Talk. Now back to our question of the day. Our topic was, is it okay, or can you tell the truth in a relationship, or do you have to lie? So with our closing thoughts, and I'll say it one more time, if you can't tell the truth to your mate, maybe that mate is not the one for you. Because if you have to lie and cover it up, guess what? It's not going anywhere but what? Down. Because you tell one lie to cover up one, you got to tell another. So let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100. And guess what, y'all? You know what time it is. I'm ready to tell you smooches and what? Good night. Smooches. Mwah. Good night.